Aloha, beautiful souls. Welcome to a Friday Fire episode on A Better World with Adrienne. This is the format where it's rapid fire and I share a quick win, a quick transmission that will send you into your weekend with potency, with delight, with power, and with something to really focus on integrating that is going to move the needle forward in your life. Today's transmission is 2020 2.0 is coming. You ready? 2020 2.0 is coming. You ready? And I am recording this episode at the end of October in 2024. And there's a very specific energetic that's alive right now in the collective, and it's alive right now for those of us who are here to lead New Earth, those of us who are here to spearhead a movement, whether it is a global movement or it is, hey, I'm leading in my life as a mom, as a teacher, as an artist, as a cycle breaker, as a force of unconditional love. It really doesn't matter where you fall in the scope of things. What matters is you're here for a mission, you're here to create change, and you're committed to that change. And my guess is you wouldn't be listening to this episode, listening to this podcast, gravitating toward me if you didn't fall in these categories. If this isn't you, this is not the place for you. The energy right now at the end of 2024 is very, very similar to the energy that we had at the end of 2019. So I want you to go back to fall of 2019 in your life. One way to really remember this is go look at your photos in your phone. What were you doing? Go look at your calendar if you're a calendar freak like me. Calendar wizard, I like to say. Go look at your emails. The energetic back in fall of 2019 was something's going to change and it's going to be big. I remember in fall of 2019, I had just gone to Europe. The first time ever, I went by myself for a month and I was healing from a breakup. I was healing from really just like wanting direction in my life. I had won a really big audition with the US Navy and walked away from it because it was going to break my values. And both of those big decisions in my life were the first time I ever listened to my intuition when everybody was telling me the direct opposite. So everybody told me to stay with my ex and everybody told me to take this job. And neither of them were correct for me. And I just trusted that. And I went to Europe and then I got back, and fall of 2019 I was like, I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm changing my life. And I got to work. And it was those moments where I was getting the call. I was getting the call at the end of 2019 that, hey, you want to have your own business. Hey, you want to make a bigger impact than just, piano lessons. It's something bigger than that. You're here for something so much greater. It's time to build it. It's time to become it. I was getting that call in fall of 2019, and so were you, whether you could consciously hear it or not. And I kept receiving, do it and do it now, do it and do it now, do it and do it now. I specifically remember on 11/11 in fall of 2019 receiving the message, do it and do it now. So I knew something big was coming in 2020. I was studying the astrology. I didn't know exactly what it was. However, I knew something big was happening and it was time to prepare it. It was time to get ready. It was time to lay the groundwork. And so I did. So I built my website. So I had a photo shoot. So I got really clear on my mission and my values of my business. I reconfigured my whole life in terms of my relationships. I was listening to audiobooks on repeat. That's the year where I did the year of no TV at all. I did the year of books and I just quantum leaped myself. And when COVID hit in 2020, I was ready. I was ready. I could pivot to Zoom so easily because I had a website, because I was deep in mentorship and coaching spaces that could hold me, because I was deep into my study. I had set up all the foundations, like all the things I did in 2019. The photo shoot, the website, the web designer, the investing in mentorship, the getting a business loan, like literally everything. I had been answering the call in fall of 2019 before it made logical sense, before I was just like, I just know what's right now. And what's happening and the reason why so many people really thrived in 2020 and so many people really got knocked down. Not saying that I didn't get knocked down and not saying that it wasn't challenging. Of course, it was very, very shocking to the system when the whole world got shut down for basically 2 years, right? However, I wasn't surprised because I knew something big was coming. It was obvious in the astrology, it was obvious in the energy. And before I really knew what was going to go on outside me, I could feel the bigness of what was coming through me. And it felt like, okay, I feel like I'm going to throw up. Like I've got to get this out. And that's actually how I feel recording this podcast is I got to get this out. I got to get this message out to the world. You got to hear this. 2020 2.0 is coming, and most people are hesitating. Most people are not trusting. Most people are not moving. And the thing is, if you don't move now at the end of 2024 and set up and prepare and get the systems and structures in place and the support in place and get the healing stuff going, you are going to be met in 2025 with a whole new shock to the system that will be very disturbing, very alarming, and you will not succeed like you could if you prepared. And I'm just being real. I'm just being like, okay, this is the truth of what's going on. 2025 is going to be another moment like 2020. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. I don't know exactly how it will express. 2020 was kind of like the opening act. It was kind of, it was like the first chapter in the book, basically. And the world has been pretty chaotic since then, I would say. Now it's going to get ratcheted up again in 2025. So that's why I'm calling it 2020 2.0, because that's what's happening. 2020 2.0 is coming. And right now is the time to get prepared. So 2025, chaos, upheaval, change, revolution, it's all coming. And I'm not saying this to make you scared. I'm not saying this to have you panic. What I am saying is the energy is very similar to the end of 2019. And either you felt prepared when COVID hit or you didn't. And you have another chance to click into this energy. All right. It's time to move. Do it and do it now. There are things that have been working up till now that are no longer working. You must stop doing that and you must go for the bigger, deeper, truer thing. That's what the energy is right now. You are being called to be seen more fully in your audacity, seen more fully in your deepest truth, seen more fully in the revolution that you came here to lead. Be seen more fully in all of it and lead. And what is leadership? Leadership means you're seen going first. And this is so deeply activating. It is incredibly scary for so many people. And I'm not saying that I don't feel scared. I think my comfort zone, because I'm a lifelong musician, I'm a performer, I'm an artist, okay? performing in front of others is not really like a thing for me. I mastered that with artistry. Okay. I still do things scared all the time. I'm doing a lot of things scared behind the scenes right now because this is the energy. This is the energy of fall 2024. We're in deep preparation for what's coming in 2025. And how you move right now will determine your success, will determine if you are prepared, will determine if you're caught on your heels or not, will determine if you rise to the occasion or if you fall and faceplant. Okay. And I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying any of this to incite fear or mania, but it's like, it's go time. You got to get ready. It's just like, okay, if you know a storm's coming, like living on Maui, when a big windstorm was coming, if a hurricane was coming, go to the store, get supplies. Make sure you have your rain boots. Make sure you have a generator in case you need a generator. That's the vibe we're in right now. And what's happening, and I feel with leaders around the world, with New Earth leaders, is that things that worked up till this point are no longer working, and you're being called to leap behind the scenes quietly into a new way of being, quietly or audaciously. However, it's things that people can't see. It's energetics. When I was preparing for 2020, I asked for and negotiated my first ever raise in my old job. I was just doing all of this stuff, but I wasn't outward about it. I wasn't like, "Hey world, I just negotiated my raise. Hey world, I just booked a photo shoot. Hey world, I just did this." Like nobody knew what I was up to until February 2020 when I announced it. Okay? And then guess what happened 2 weeks after COVID? Boom. And I was ready. I had an online presence. I was ready. And I was already in momentum. And so this is what you're being called into right now. You are being carved, you are being sharpened, you are being shown what you get to let go of and what you get to start doing to prepare for 2020 2.0, aka 2025. Now, from 2025 to 2027, there's going to be a whole new layer of the evolution of humanity. And it's going to require new action. It's going to require new embodiment. It's going to require a new wattage of yourself. Basically, what's happening is from 2020 to 2024, you became someone. There's a version of you that came fully online from going through COVID, whether you felt prepared for it or not, and all of the healing and all of the growing and all of the expansion you've done since then till 2024. And now you're being called to go again. And a lot of people have gotten really comfortable. A lot of people have gotten comfortable because it's really been a bull market. It's really been like, there's been challenge. There's also been a lot of ease, I would say, especially compared to 2020. I would say 2022 to 2024, there's been a lot, like 2022 especially, I feel like there was a lot of ease and a lot of comfort, and things were just happening and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's done. We're going into a new energetic. And so, are you ready? Seneca said, luck is when preparation and opportunity meet. There's a massive opportunity coming in 2025 for New Earth, for all of us to rise up, for you to claim your gifts, for you to share your light, for you to be unapologetic, for you to really stand and be seen and go first and be a true anchor of light on our planet. And it doesn't start in 2025. It starts in how you prepare now. And how do you prepare? You learn the astrology. You heal your nervous system so you can hold a new wattage. This is what I help my clients with in breath work. and you really start making the scary, uncertain decisions based on your intuition now, and set up the structures now, and lay the groundwork now. So when whatever's coming in 2025 comes, you're ready and you can lead. So my question for you is 2020 2.0 is coming. Are you ready? Because ready or not, here it comes. And if you're here to lead, you got to prepare. So that is the Friday Fire. That's something for you to really think on and really reflect on and really, really just be in relationship with. And if you feel the call, if you're feeling this call and you know you've been wanting to work with me, you know you've been wanting my mentorship, you know that you're called to a new layer of your expression in New Earth leadership in your specific way, first join Angel Air, my membership. I just dropped an audio specifically on this. I'm teaching on astrology. I'm dropping energetic downloads. I'm leading breath work. You have a cohort of other earth angels all around the world who are building their visions too. Or you can fly with me in Big IRL 2025. So this is what I mean by laying the foundation for 2025. At the end of 2019, I was locking in my mentorship. I was locking in my mastermind. I was locking in everything I knew I needed to excel in 2020. Big IRL 2025 is your place to ascend in 2025. In person, in Sedona, in Mount Shasta, on Maui, with me and other powerhouses, a mastermind for 9 months. You can do one-on-one mentorship with me during it as well. Like, it literally is choose your adventure. However, you will not make it alone. You will not step into your potential alone. Like, mentorship and coaching and all of these, being around the correct people during times of massive change and chaos is the most important thing. The most. So that's the invitation. First invitation, reflect on this. What are you being called to do? Go do it and do it scared. Okay? Second invitation, Angel Air membership. Third invitation, Big IRL 2025. Now, when you enroll in Big IRL 2025 by November 1st, you get a bonus one-on-one intensive with me in Q4 to really get dialed in on what you're being called to do and how to do it. And of course, anybody who does Big IRL, which means in real life, 2025, gets 9 months of Angel Air membership. So this is this Friday Fire. Take this and run with it. The link to all of this is in the show notes. And let me know how this is landing for you. Let me know if you're feeling this energy, because it's so deeply potent. And it's not one of those, I'll do it someday, I'll do it later moments. It's like, no, do it and do it now. Because the moves you make now are going to determine your results and how you meet the moment of 2025. It's like, no more of this delay, no more of the procrastination, no more of the avoidance. Like, the world needs you. The world needs you so much, and your light is so unique and so rare and so wonderful. It's so beautiful. We really, really do need you in your full wattage, in your full potency. So this is the transmission today. I love you so much. Go out there, be the change, be the light, do it scared. Join me if you feel the call. Make a stranger smile. And I will see you next time on A Better World with Adrienne.